Oh my goodness, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Half the time I was like, this kid moves exactly like a robot. The other half I was like, does this kid still have bones? Like, you were just, gelling around, and that is amazing.
Hey everybody, welcome to Everiathing. Today our guest is here from Victoria, BC, and he is actually the winner of this year's Teen Fest Canada in Victoria, which took place November 1st. And I'm so honored to have been a part of Teen Fest yet again, and I also got to judge that competition, and this guy is amazing. He is gonna blow your socks off. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a 13-year-old talented dancer, Gavin Perkins! So, Gavin, how are you?
Good, thanks. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Your mom said we're matchy-matchy. We are pretty matchy-matchy, aren't we? Ooh, nothing's better than coordinating on the show. So, Gavin, you've been attending hip-hop classes for the past 4 years?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, very nice. And do you remember what it was like walking in and having your very first hip-hop class?
Quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah? Oh my gosh, that's like me with my singing classes as well. And do you think are the differences between you then, starting as a dancer, compared to you now?
Well, I've definitely got to learn about how to read the beats and how to take your movement and from the music and put it into the dance.
Very, very nice. I remember when I was watching you dance at Teen Fest, you were all like synchronized with everything, and then you could do anything from like robots, very abrupt moves, to like very like squiggly moves. One moment I was like, do you have bones? The next moment you're all like, you're either like robot or you're like jelly, but it was very cool, very cool. And so what are the techniques that you have when you're creating your own choreography?
Well, I usually listen through the music first. I try to get to know the music. I usually pick songs that I've gotten to know a lot, so I can know when there's a bass drop or anything, so I can be right on the cue.
Yeah. Do you ever, like, when you're listening to it, you can already imagine the moves that you're going to have? Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. I have that sometimes, too, but I cannot dance to save my life, so I wish that I could. But you're also in musical theater, so that's really cool. How has dancing helped you there?
Well, if there's any dancing roles in the part, like in the last musical that I was in, it was, I had a really big dancing role. It was basically all dance. I only had a few lines, but...
That's good. At least you get to show off your talent, though. That's awesome. Musical theater is always like a big production. There's so many people, and you're all working together. So what do you think is the difference between dancing alone versus dancing with a crew?
Well, dancing with the crew, you can kind of feed off each other, right? It's a lot easier to know what's coming next because the other person gives cues and stuff to what you're doing. Solo, you have to be right on it and listen to the music.
At least if if ever you mess up, you can just make up your own thing, I guess. Yeah. Do you ever freestyle too?
Yeah, I can freestyle. Yeah. I like freestyling actually better than choreographing.
Oh, that's awesome. And what do you think for dancers, anyways, are maybe like the top exercises that you have to do to warm up before a performance?
Definitely stretching. Yeah. With popping and locking, it's all about the muscles, tensing the muscles, so you definitely want to stretch them.
Totally. Now, on stage, so many things can happen. There can be technical difficulties, you can forget a move, things like that. What do you think is the biggest mistake any dancer can do, and what would you do to avoid it?
Probably the biggest one, well, if you're dancing in a group, is that you don't get to the spacing where you need to be, so you can end up behind someone else, or if there's something to do with like you're a beat with all the other dancers, it's supposed to be in sync with everyone else, that you can be the one standing out, so the audience only focuses on you. Yeah. It draws everyone's attention.
Ooh, very, very scary. I feel like dancing, especially with a group, has like a lot of pressure because you all have to really it's not just memorizing the same moves, you have to all really be like at the exact time. Oh my gosh, ooh, crazy. And now with dancing, how do you think it has helped you with your attitude and your confidence and stuff like that?
Well, usually if I ever get angry or sad, I'd usually just go straight out to my room and blast the music and
just let it loose. Yeah, that's me too, the music. And is there any other type of dancing or dance genre that you'd like to venture out into?
Well, I was thinking about acro or contemporary, or I was gonna sign up this year, but it didn't really happen.
One day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to be back, so be sure to stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back here on Everiathing. Are you the one?
This will change your life. I'll see you at the awards.
I think for me, looking for the strong lyric, strong melody, it's possible to take a young songwriter and help them create a better song. You can help them restructure and reorganize where the lyrics are placed, where the melody is, but at the end of the day, it has to be a natural thing. The singer, the songwriter, the artist has to have a feeling from their own heart to be able to come up with an idea that expresses something that matters to them, that the listener can also agree with and capture and latch on to. So there's some element that can be helped, that can be mentored, that can be improved, but at the end of the day there has to be something special in the artist to begin with and how they feel about the song itself, the melody itself, the lyric itself.
You know, I think when you think of what a song needs to have is a hook, a memorable hook. Something that people can relate to, something that's current, you know, that's can cross different genres, boundaries, race, color, creed, you know, all the different things that anybody who, no matter what country they're from, they can relate to. So a hook. And then underneath that, it should have a story. I think that there should be a beginning, a middle, and an end, and the hook just kind of reinforces what the story's all about. You know, and melody. You know, when writing the words, some people have to have the melody. You know, that's often how it works. So if you're just a songwriter, find a producer who's strong with writing melody, and then work together to come up with something that's not only lyrically relevant, but something that's catchy, something that you cannot stop humming, and then put those two together, and that you usually have a pretty good song.
Song from a movie called Almost Famous. So talking about bands and people being on the road and the whole star and fame experience. And this is what it's all about. You know, sometimes we need to go out there and show people what we got. And sometimes it's not really just being famous. It's just doing something I really like to do. So the star experience, I think it's a really good opportunity for anybody who, for youth, to get out there and just try. You know, just write some music and maybe just go somewhere and have some sort of creative feeling going, and just come in and put a submission in. There's no harm in it. There's no cost. And I think that's the main thing. I've seen a lot of, sometimes, you know, when you get into contests and some of the big awards, you know, like the Junos, I've been in doing the Junos, and it costs a lot of money. So this is something, it's a good start, kind of gives you the experience, and it helps you move on to the next step. So if you haven't done anything before, this will be an excellent step to do to get started.
We just arrived in Nashville, and our first stop, the Grand Ole Opry.
Hey guys, it's Brooklyn Robot here, and as you can see, I am at the Country Music Hall of Fame, standing right next to the one and only legend
Johnny Cash. So I'm here to talk to you about what I am looking for in your song. So there's two main things. One, connection, and the other, understanding. So first of all, I'm going to talk about understanding. When the listener listens to your song, they need to understand what you're talking about, or else there's no point, you know? Then the second thing, connection. If they connect to your song, then they feel a part of it, they understand it, you know? So they kind of go together. Anyway, so those are my two little points, and I hope you guys have a great time at the competition. Thanks guys, see ya!
She dances in the sheets at night. She dances to his needs. She dances till he feels just right until he falls asleep.
I get a good feeling, yeah.
everybody, welcome back to Everything. As you can see, Gavin is an amazing dancer who you cannot take your eyes off the screen or the performance when you're watching him. I'm just gonna applaud you. You were so good. Literally the entire time when I was judging, I was on the edge of my seat and I was like, girl, wow, good job. So where do you see yourself 3 years from now?
Hopefully still dancing.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you hope to be like dancing for anybody on tour or like?
Well, I've been watching So You Think You Can Dance forever. That's what kind of inspired me to dance. So maybe to be on there would be great, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, when you're there, I'm going to vote for you every single day. And, well, you know, I'm going to make all of you guys vote for him too every single day. Mm-hmm. And what do you think are the most important values that a dancer should have?
Definitely attitude, and then facial expressions too.
Oh yeah.
But you really need to be able to read the music. What's going to happen next? Like if you turn on like any music, you got to know from the beat. There's a pattern in the beat, and it always ends the same way.
Ah, good advice. I think that really ties in too with your musical theater, with the facial expressions and rhythm and everything. And what would you say is the best thing that you've learned from dancing so far?
I think maybe just the way to release everything, kind of. Yeah. Be able to channel things through the dance to make you a better dancer.
Totally, and I think that's such an amazing thing to have you on the show for that reason, because I mean, I think everyone needs to find a positive outlet for their emotions and stuff, so that's awesome to have you here. Where can we find you online, and do you have any messages for your followers?
You can find me online at Gavin Can Dance 2014 or 2015, and I'd like to say thank you to Karen Clark Dance Studios, Mr. Calvin, Miss Desiree, Miss Karen. Yeah, go Karen Clark.
Woo! Well, thank you once again, Gavin, for coming here all the way from Victoria to film with us. And ladies and gentlemen, you out there, you want to stay tuned and keep watching, because we'll be right back with a workshop.
We'll start with some head and then move down. Body. Okay, cue music, please. Okay, so up. Down. She was like, when the top
She said that she dances to his needs. She dances to his
flexing your muscles. So pop.
I don't have any muscles. There you go.
It's not all about the wrist flick, it's more muscles. Whenever you tense your muscles, it just flicks up automatically. When you flex, you can move you can do the wave, so it looks all jerky. It's called twitching, right? So the leg pops, you can start adding everything in. Anything out of that is that what you do yourself. So it's hard to teach anything in a dance. It's the hardest thing you can really teach in hip hop is popping and animation, because no one can do the fluid movements the exact same as another person. You have to just do the wave, right, which will look almost identical, but you can't do any of this stuff. So when you go on a table, right, you can do your feet, right, but you can't do the leg pop or something because you're already right here. Yeah. Woo. Woo!
These ordinary scenarios into dance moves together. Straight. Do it. Okay. Getting ready for a date.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
We have to comb our hair, put on a shirt, pants and shoes. Oh, maintain the dress, and check yourself out in front of the mirror. Okay. So Gavin is going on a date. My little Gavin. It's so hard for me to let go, and I'm his older sister that's making sure he's gonna break some hearts.
The next scenario is detective on a stakeout.
Getting ready for school, putting on a backpack, helmet, hopping on your bike.
Oh, cool.
And biking to school. Okay. Preparing breakfast cereal and pouring milk into your glass and